Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We are in Magic Week. Super exciting. I hope everybody has had a great month. I hope you are rounding out your month strong. And keep pushing forward. Don't stop until the 30th. And at that point, you're not stopping, right? You're just gonna just transition right into October. Don't lose the momentum that you have built. Um, because it's going to be a good last quarter. So I'm excited to be hopping on here. And I don't know. I mean, if you guys know me, sports talk to me. Um, but I think at this point I have been able to to turn anything, any show, any podcast into like to be into relationship with Plexus. Like I can be like, oh yeah, like I can apply that to Plexus. So I don't know if you guys remember um when we first started Power Hour back up again. So not like after the summer break, like initially. And it was in the spring, right? Because my very first Power Hour, I talked about the Phillies. So I talked about the Phillies and how that game, the first like two batters hit home runs, and then they just kept crushing home runs after that, and they kept hitting. Like I don't know if you guys remember that. If you remember that, we're gonna pop back to that. So um Monday night, the Phillies won the East, right, for their division, which is super, super exciting. So, I mean, one, I'm a Phillies fan. That was exciting. But I thought back to that Zoom call and I thought back to me saying, like, all it takes is a couple people to step up to the plate and make connection with the ball and bat. And the rest of the team gets a level of belief in them that they may have not had at the beginning of the game, right? Think about it. Someone steps up, you sign up somebody new. We're gonna bounce back and forth between baseball and Plexus, so just hang in there. You step up to the plate, somebody steps up to the plate, they hit that ball, they get a home run, you're next up. Okay. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking? You're not thinking like, oh, I can't hit this guy, I can't hit this girl, I can't, right? You're like, oh my gosh, we got a home run, we're on the board, I just want to get on base, let's get on base, let's get on. Okay, you sign somebody up new, they sign somebody up, they sign somebody else up. Now you're like, man, I can create silvers. I can't. Maybe this person's going to go senior silver. Maybe this person's going to go gold. I can. Oh, I can go get four people. The level of belief starts to build because you're seeing other people do it right in front of you, right? So that is what we should be watching for in our business. Those signs that are going to build our belief, not watching for the I will just say like mind traps that we fall into of like, oh, well, I can't. So and so already earned this. So and so earned the skylight. So and so's developing silvers. I haven't signed up one person. Um, we need to be looking for the signs that we can build belief on. And so fast forward, so Phillies have had a great season. We had a horrible month, like month span. We were playing terrible, right? Ebb and flows. It happens. Okay. You've had some really good weeks. You've had some really good months. Ebb and flows in your business. You're like, it's been a drought. I haven't signed anybody up in 2 months. Okay. But are you still showing up to practice? Are you still showing up batting? Are you still doing the things day in and day out so that when your groove comes back, when the momentum hits, you're well practiced? Or are you in a slump? Okay. You're not, hold on, the baby's screaming his face off. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. It might be like this for a couple months. The natty's not here. It's gonna be a little crazy. So yeah, it's so funny. So are you staying practice? Are you staying in the cages? Are you taking the ground balls? Are you present in the team meetings? Are you ready for when you get your mojo back? When the momentum hits, are you ready to step up and play? Because it happens. All of a sudden, right? People start hitting again. All of a sudden, and it's not all of a sudden, it's the work you're putting in, it's the strategies that you're working on, it's the game plan that you have. But all of a sudden, people start signing up, people start wanting to run for the business. Are you being reactive to that? Like we talked about last week, are you waiting for someone to start doing all the things to be the leader of the team? Or are you not being reactive and you are ready and prepped and practiced for that? So go to Monday. Phillies win their division. Something super cool about this, okay? They had 2 other opportunities while they were in New York to win their division. Who the heck wants to win your division not in your home stadium? Like, why would you want to win your division in New York? Right? So it was like, oh, we got to win tonight. We got to win tonight. We want to clinch the division. We want to do what we want to do. And then it was like, oh, we lost. Now we got to play another game. Oh, we lost. Now we got to play another game. Every single Philly they interviewed was like, no, this is how it was supposed to happen. Y'all, they had to play 3 extra games to win their division at home with 44,000 Philadelphia fans around them. Why would you want to win your division in a New York stadium where you have 5,000 Philly fans? No, like they're like, we wanted it for everyone. Everyone gets to celebrate this. Okay. That's a timing thing. Think about how many more games do you have to play for it to be the right time for your business, for that rank up? How much sweeter will it be if you stay in the game, you keep your head down, you do those things, and you win that division in your home stadium? You win you earn your rank up, your business explodes in your home stadium. And then, so that really spoke volumes to me because as an athlete, you don't like to lose. Okay. You don't want to lose. Like there's just, it's not an option. Right. But for them all to say no, I wouldn't have changed it at all. This is how it was meant to be. Do we have that confidence in our business and how things are going and where we are? Or, me included, are we getting these periods where we're just so down and out that we can't even see what's in front of us? We can't even see the opportunities that may be there, let alone ever utter the words of, oh no, this is how it was supposed to be. Not to mention the lessons that we're supposed to learn in those, awkward, maybe not so winning seasons. And something else about this team that really has stuck out to me is they have a very deep bench. Okay. Very deep bench. They pulled players. We had injuries. Okay. He's looking in the mirror. They had injuries. It wasn't like nobody went unhurt. They had people that were sick. They had people that had surgery, people that had injuries for weeks and weeks and weeks. And they were pulling people up from AAA. They were pulling these guys up that have never stepped foot on an MLB field ever. And the question is how are they going to play under the bright lights? How are they going to show up under the bright lights? Are they going to be able to handle the pressure? And let me tell you something. If you watched any of the season, those rookies showed up. They were ready. They were down at AAA waiting to explode. They put the time in. They were ready for the opportunity when it came. Are you ready for the opportunity when you sign someone up and they're going to explode? Are you ready for it? It got to be such a pickle that it was they didn't know what the lineups were going to be because we had too many good players. That's a problem to have, y'all. Who do we put in spot 4? What's going to happen? Who's batting fourth? We've got so many options. Because the guys that were in waiting were ready. They were prepared. They were practiced. And here's the deal. Do they have their starting 9? Yes. Okay. Did you have to be a part of that starting 9 to help this team win the division? No. Did you have to be a part of the starting 9 to break records? No. You don't have to be the top enroller. You don't have to be the top goal developer. You don't need to be the top Zoom call host. You don't need to be the best at XYZ. You just need to show up and do your best and be ready. And not be reactive. Be prepared. Are we doing the things to be prepared? Are we procrastinating? Oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this in place for my team, and I'm going to have this set up, and this is my, oh, these are things I need to do when I get around to it. Guys, I'm super guilty of this, right? I got all this stuff I need to do, all this stuff I need to accomplish. And like, one of these days I'm going to get my act together. I hope he's not laughing at me, which he might be. I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to get my act together. I'm going to, when we're a diamond team, like this is the system that's going to keep us in order. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have an assistant that does this. And I'm going to have somebody that does that. And why are we procrastinating and waiting to be ready? We should be getting ready and be ready now. Ready for that person to sign up. Don't try and figure out how you're going to onboard your next business builder when you sign your next business builder. That is not the time. Do it now. The AAA guys are down. They're playing ball. Everybody's watching them. Who's going to get pulled up next? They're not sitting around giving their best at bats when they get pulled to the MLB. They're not waiting. I'm just going to wait. I'm going to show them what I got when I get pulled up. No. Don't show us how to onboard people, or don't wait to figure out how to onboard people when you sign your next builder or your next silver, or your next gold. Know it now. And I've been working with my RSM from corporate on business asked. Do you have a business asked? Okay. And I think a lot of us would say no, or we'll say, well, I change it depending on who I'm talking to, and there's a place for that. And I don't know, like, I don't talk about business much, or I do talk about business, but I don't really have an ask, and I don't really have a, what I'm finding for me too, in some of my conversations with my coach, there's times that I'm ill prepared. I'm not prepared. I don't have, or I didn't have an ask, a business ask. Yes, you can edit it and make it fit the person you're sending it to at any point in time. But do you have just an outline ask? This is my ask. This is my product invite, or ask. This is a rough invite I use for people, inviting them to events. This is how I onboard someone. Do you not know? Because here's the thing. If we don't know, our teams don't know. If you don't have a clear understanding, it's not duplicatable at all. If you have to say, well, it depends on who I talk to, your team absolutely cannot invite people to things, ask them to do the business. If you don't know clearly, they don't know. So use this time where you're like, I don't have any builders. I'm not signing people up. I'm sending messages. I'm not doing. Use the time to get ready. Use the time. This is something super exciting. Something I did not know. If you watch, if you're not a Phillies fan, I'm really sorry about this. But so Kyle Schwarber is the always first at bat for our team. His literal job is to hit home runs. That is his only job. He is a DH. He does not do anything else. That is his job. When he is not at that plate, he goes back down out of the dugout into the back room. There is a batting cage right behind the dugout, and he goes back there before his at bat, the whole game, not just before, the whole game. They showed this the other night on TV and I loved it. He goes back there about 3 batters before him and hits off of one of the other guys pitching to him to stay hot. His only job is to hit home runs or get on base. He doesn't sit in the dugout. He doesn't wait till it's his turn. He goes in the back and practices in the lull. What are we doing? Are we practicing in the lull? Are we showing up every day in our work time as if this is the day I'm going to hit a home run? This is the day someone takes off. This is the day I move closer to my rank up. Or are we just stepping up to bat like, dear God, I hope I hit something. I hope this person figures this out. I hope they catch the vision and I don't have to teach them anything. How are we showing up? Are we ready? Are we well practiced? You don't have to be the best at all of the things. You can be a rookie, But if you're showing up and you're putting the work in and you're hitting the balls and you're taking the grounders, you're working on a game plan and you've got strategy and your head's in the game, you're sending your messages, you're doing your follow-ups, you're putting up your posts, you're doing your stories, you're asking people to join you, you're asking them to do the business with you, you're solving problems for people, you will be ready. You will be ready. Don't be reactive. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope that analogy works for you. I know sometimes sports does not speak to everybody, so patience with me if that's the case. But let's finish the month out strong. Be prepared. Be ready. Be ready for October. Don't be reactive. Have your plan. Get events on the calendar now. Don't wait till October to be like, I should have an event in October. No, plan it out. Put it on the calendar. Start inviting. Don't wait until you're senior gold or senior ruby or emerald to put these things into play. If you have a system that you're like, oh, this would be so good when I'm a senior ruby. No, do it now. Be ready. Be prepared. A well-oiled machine. All right. Happy Wednesday, you guys. Say bye. Say thanks for letting me yell. Say bye.
Hi, Henry.
See you guys.